Hey, what's up guys? I'm Shaney. Welcome back to my channel, a place where you can find all things self-development, minimalism and lifestyle. This week I'm going to be sharing 7 Sunday habits to maximize your weekly productivity. I personally am a massive advocate for preparing and planning. Firstly because I don't do well with stress, and being rushed and not being prepared is a massive source of stress for me. And secondly because I don't want to waste all my weekly good decisions on basic menial things like what shall I have for lunch? Where are my work clothes? There's a saying I've heard that you only have a limited amount of good decisions today, which I think is also the philosophy that Steve Jobs, I believe, adopted, which is why he always just wore like one plain style t-shirt to work every day, so he didn't have to think about what he was wearing because he was minimizing the amount of decisions that he had to make. If this is true, I personally don't want to waste my limited amount of good decisions on deciding what to have for lunch. Additionally, being in a calm state helps you to think more creatively and to focus better. Secondly, we all want to look like we have our shit together, so let's just get organized. So let's kick our 7 Sunday habits off with laundry. Now, I know laundry is not the most exciting chore to have at the top of your Sunday list. However, there is a good reason for this being number 1. Firstly, if you have a lot of laundry to do, for example, if you decide not to do laundry during the week, really, you're probably going to have a large amount to do on a Sunday. We want to make sure that we get all of our laundry done today so that we can start that week fresh with all of our clothes being clean and back in their spaces. Perks of having all your laundry done on a Sunday is that you're not going to wake up on Monday morning wondering where that worktop is and it's actually in the bottom of your wash bin. Secondly, there's just something about cleaning your clothes. It's like washing all of the stress that your clothes have absorbed over the week and rejuvenating your clothes and starting fresh. It's just starting with a clean slate. Basically, your clothes aren't in their storage space, aka their wardrobe. To me, this is like physical clutter, and we all know that physical clutter is mental clutter. So if we get everything washed and then put it back where it belongs, we're starting that week fresh and tidy. Habit number 2 is to spring clean and tidy your space. Now, if your space is just one room, then do that to that one room. If you have your own place, then spring clean the whole place. As I just mentioned, physical clutter is mental clutter, and mental clutter is definitely not the foundation for productivity or anything else beneficial to your mind, for that fact. If you believe in spirituality, they say that when you clean your space, you're actually moving stagnant energy out. So energy can get stagnant in the room, but when you spring clean and you tidy things and you put things away, you're revitalizing the energy in the room and creating space for new energy to come in. This energy is going to create more space for creativity for you and also bring a state of peace and inner calmness. Again, inner calmness and peace is definitely what we're trying to facilitate, as it helps us to think more clearly and be more creative. Perks of clearing your space is not only are you going to have a clear mind because you have a clear space, you're not going to waste time during the week, one, looking for things because they're not in their usual space because you haven't put them away, and second, feeling guilty, knowing that you should probably tidy your space but you can't be asked because you're too tired after work or you're just not in the mood. Coming home to a clean, fresh house is just like the ultimate moment at the end of a busy day. So spring clean your house real good on a Sunday, and that's one less thing to do during the week. Habit number 3 is to perform a weekly review. The reason I recommend doing this third after you do your laundry and tidying your space is because you've now refreshed the energy in your environment. You have a clear space to think and reflect clearly. Weekly reviews, in short, just require you to reflect over the last week that you've had. So look at how do you feel about the last week that's gone by, check in with your emotions. What did you achieve this week? What did you not do so well? What could you have done better? Reflection is not only amazing for your mental well-being, it also helps you to keep on track with your goals by assessing how productive you are being and how you can maximize the next week by making mid-game changes to your plan. Following this is tip number 4, which is your weekly actions list. So these are kind of hand-in-hand activities. So now you've done your weekly review, you've already established what didn't go so well and what you could do better. Make that a part of your weekly actions list so that this week is now already going to be better than the week that you just had. As they say, don't strive to be the best, just strive to be better every single day for yourself. Tip number 5 is to meal prep. This is one of my favorite habits to share because its benefits are in a multitude. Firstly, you save money by not buying lunches out because you already have lunch prepared. This is one of my tips that I mentioned in my video about a month ago on 5 things that you can cut to save upwards of £200 a month. If you are interested in that video, I'll also leave that in the description box below. Secondly, it helps you to stay in track with your fitness and health goals. So if you're preparing your own food, you know what's going in it, you know if it's healthy or not, and also you're less tempted to buy rubbish things. So if you are going to buy lunch because you haven't meal prepped, you might be tempted by chocolate and crisps and whatever else that's on the store. Whereas if you already have your lunch there, you're not going to go out into the world of temptation. You've got everything prepared, and all you're thinking about is the lunch that you've already got, rather than speculating on all the bad things that you could be putting in your mouth. Thirdly, it means you don't need to waste a good decision on what to have to lunch for that day. It also means that you don't have to cook that day because you've already prepared your lunch. You just have to take it out of the fridge or the freezer and bring it to work with you. Not only is this a massive brain saver, it's a massive time saver. Honestly, meal prep personally for me saves me so much time and stress during the week. I don't have to think at the end of every evening, crap, what am I going to have for lunch tomorrow? Or if I can't be asked to make it in that evening, then rushing and stressing to make it the next morning. I usually meal prep on a Sunday up until Wednesday, so I'll do 3 days worth of meal prep, purely to keep it fresh, and then on a Wednesday I'll meal prep for Thursday and Friday. So I'm only actually cooking twice during the week. But honestly, there's nothing better than coming home from work and knowing that your meal's prepared. You just need to put it in the oven or warm it up, and knowing that you've got all of your food ready for the next couple of days it just saves so much time, and also it makes you more productive in actually utilising the food you've got, so you don't waste it, and therefore you're not wasting any more money. Habit number 6 for me is to take some you time. Take some self-care and meditate. In order to keep being productive, you need to make sure that you are resting and rejuvenating. You can only run on low for so long before you start hitting duds. Secondly, if you've got low energy, you're probably not going to be outputting the most efficient and best energy that you have, and therefore it's almost a waste of time because you might have to go back and do it, or you're going to take longer to get to your goal because the energy that you are putting into it isn't giving you as much back. Therefore, I cannot stress enough how important it is to rest and rejuvenate. Take time for yourself and just replenish your energy. I personally am a huge fan of meditation, not only for the mental health benefits it has, but also because our society today is fueled by electronics, technology, and just constant engagement. Like, we're always wired in. Even our downtime requires being on our laptops or being on our phones, watching TV. It's just stimulation all the time. We don't often give ourselves time to check in with ourselves and see how we're feeling. When you meditate, you just shut off and you spend some time with yourself. I like to meditate for about 20 minutes a day. Personally, you could do this 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes at night, or if you're brand new to meditation, just start with a couple of minutes and increase it every single week. Just spend some time in quietness, in stillness with yourself. I always find that meditation for me allows all of my good thoughts that I've had during the week to surface, but they haven't been able to surface during the week because all the information I'm constantly absorbing from everything else has been pushing it back down. So it allows all my creativity to actually expand out and come to the surface. Not many of us actually give ourselves time to sit with ourselves and see how we're doing and what we're thinking and feeling, so it's just really good to check in with yourself and have a bit of a you check. If, however, meditation is not for you, do something that feels like self-care to you. That could be a walk on the beach, that could be a nice bath, that could be exercising. Whatever it is for you, take time out for yourself to make yourself feel re-energized and feel like that you reinvested back into yourself. Finally, number 7 is to get an early night. There's nothing more important than starting your week feeling rested. If you go to bed late or you sleep bad and you wake up, not only are you starting the week, one, in probably a grouchy mood, you're not going to catch up on that sleep for the rest of the week, and you're just starting already at 50%. So you've just missed out on so much productivity and maximization that you could have had. Not to mention, it also affects other things like our mood and our appetite and our ability to think. So it just affects so much. It is so important to make sure that you do sleep well and that you are rested. I did do a video on this a couple of weeks ago based on Sean Stevenson's book Sleep Better. The video is Sleep Efficiently, so I'll link that in the description box below if you'd like to give that a look at. But make sure you get a good night's sleep so you can wake up feeling rested and hit the ground running for the week. So that concludes today's video. I hope you enjoyed this and do give some of these a try. I'd love to hear your success stories with them and see how it's maximized your week. Alternatively, if you also have some productivity winners that you really think I should be sharing or you want to share with everyone else, please do leave a comment in the comment section below. This channel is all about creating a community for us all to learn from each other. If you like this video and would like to see more related content, please do give me a subscribe and a thumbs up. I post new videos every single Sunday. You can also find me on Instagram at cheneyparsons. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all so very much, and I'll see you next week.